On its face, you would say having a narcissistic attitude is great to have. Some of our most accomplished doctors, lawyers, scientists, anchormen, and athletes are all narcissists. For some of them, at some point or another, it took a great deal of selfishness for them to get to and maintain where they currently are right now. And you say, all right, I'm straight. I don't know too many people in that lane. But what do you do when your pastor is narcissistic? We're going to jump into that and more after the bumper.
You're watching That Christian Fam.
What's up, y'all? This is Jermaine from That Christian Fam, aka The King's Realm. Thank y'all for joining in. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that comment button, and please subscribe to our channel so you can get all the latest content whenever it drops. This is our fourth and final installment to Narcissism 101, and the topic we're going to deal with today is I think my pastor is narcissistic. Now, let me go ahead and put this out here right now. My current pastor is far from a narcissist. Like, he is so the opposite. Like, he has a shepherd's heart. He loves to serve people. He doesn't look to be served, but he loves to serve people. He loves to actually smell like the sheep. And that's the note of a good shepherd. A good under shepherd is when he smells like the sheep because he gets close to his flock, and we just really love his spirit. But I can say I know what it's like to deal with a narcissistic pastor, and I want to help some of us who are currently dealing with a narcissistic pastor and don't even know it. When your pastor is narcissistic, they're very controlling. Let me know if this sounds familiar. You can only accept the ministry opportunities they allow you to accept. You can only join in ministry with churches that they fellowship with, and they mask their decision under the umbrella of protection when really at its core it's insecurity. They have church dinners where they sit at the head table along with certain members of the church of a certain status, while the lay folk and the other clergy sit at round tables further away like peasants. They take advantage of their position within the church, and they embarrass you in front of other people, knowing fully well that you can't challenge them on it because you know if you do, it works to your own demise. What makes it so bad is that this type of treatment ain't no secret. People see exactly what's going on, but no one says anything about it. And since no one says anything about it, it leaves you questioning and second guessing yourself when you know within your soul that something ain't right. If you are a member at their church and you decide to leave and join another church, they don't bid you Godspeed, they don't say God bless you, but they deem you as an enemy. And if they see one of their current members talking to you afterwards, they start looking at the current member sideways. I promise I ain't making this up. The reason they act this way is because they have a warped view of stewardship. Let's look at a shepherd for a minute. A shepherd is one who looks after a flock of sheep, and along with the shepherd, there are multiple under shepherds, and the under shepherds are the ones who look after the sheep when the shepherd is away. So you have multiple under shepherds who have been given stewardship over the flock, but they know fully well that the flock is not theirs. So if the shepherd is away and you have multiple under shepherds looking after the flock, if all the sheep are within the perimeters of the ranch and one sheep strays away from one under shepherd to another under shepherd, it's not a problem because the sheep is still within the perimeters of the ranch and is still being looked out after another under shepherd. I'm about to bring it home. Jesus is the good shepherd. The pastor is the under shepherd. So if they really have a pastor's heart and they are aligned with the heart of the good shepherd, it shouldn't make a difference whether you're watching over them or they're being watched over by another under shepherd. Why? Because they're still in the flock. I hope y'all catch that. And the thing that makes a narcissistic pastor so puzzling is that they know better. They go to school, they study the Bible, they preach in Jesus' name to win lost souls to the kingdom, and at the end of the day, they have some of the biggest and most fragile egos you ever want to see. And the conclusion that I've come to is that they don't mind building up God's kingdom as long as the building up comes through them. You didn't find this video by accident. Some of us are hurting. Some of us are fragmented. Some of us are haunted by the ghosts of our past because we look back and say, how could we let this happen? I feel like I was held back. But the truth of the matter is, what God has for you is for you. And when God has something for you, there ain't no devil in hell that can keep you from it. But there's still somebody watching right now. And this is your current reality. If I could honestly give you one piece of advice, it would be to leave that ministry. Hear me when I say this. Real leadership is not condescending and demeaning, but it's loving and understanding. Still chastising, but doing it in love and in a loving way. So leave. Don't worry about how it looks. Don't worry about what people may say, because what I have discovered is that people that have a whole lot to say really don't matter in your life. So don't make them permanent landmarks by allowing them to influence your decision and changing your course. Leave before you waste any more time of your life on this side of heaven. Yes, it may be difficult. Yes, it may be uncomfortable, and it may even hurt, but I promise you're going to look back on this day and say, man, leaving was one of the best decisions I made in my life. Repeat after me. God has smiled on me. He has set me free. God has smiled on me. He's been good to me. The good shepherd has been too good to you for you to stay under the thumb of an abusive pastor. Who the Son sets free is free indeed. I hope I helped somebody on the other side of that video. If you offended, I really don't care. This Jermaine from That Christian Fam, aka The King's Realm, where we shape our worldview around God's reality. I'm out.
Let me vent now, bear my soul when I pit now, right my wrongs when I right, right my soul when I